Hi guys!
Welcome back to our channel!
Welcome. Today is afternoon tea.
Yeah, kind of, you know.
Except it's coffee and matcha.
Matcha!
And a bunch of bakeries.
Let me preface by saying I've been shitting on matcha for the latest videos.
Yeah, she's been loving matcha.
Yeah, nowadays it's good. You know, it's just the Starbucks one that's disgusting. I don't know what's going on in Starbucks. This one is really nice, people.
Also, don't forget to check out our Patreon.
Yeah, we
just
have a
opened
Patreon.
it. Woo! So if you want to get uncut stories and interesting reactions without the copyright thing on it, make sure to join us.
A new video every week. So you have an extra video every week if you're on Patreon.
Yeah, and it's like what? Less than a coffee a month?
It's a nice Americano.
It's literally less than that because this is like $4,
Yeah.
so it's less than that. So hey,
wait, we didn't introduce the menu. We have mainly bread for me. And
it's crazy.
No, okay.
But I have mainly bread too. To be fair,
I have an obsession with this. Salty bread.
She's late to the party.
I'm very late. I'm always late to the party. No,
this
I'm
was
always,
a trend at some point.
like months ago. Like fall.
Yeah.
I think in fall, everybody and their
was
mamas.
doing this in Korea. Everyone.
So I've been seeing it. I was like, well, it's just a bread with some salt
But it's
on
good.
top
It's
of
nice
it.
and fluffy.
Yeah, I didn't want to try it. I was like, waste of my coins. Yeah.
Oh my god, I used to eat this with lemon jam on top of it.
You're doing too much.
I feel like this would be popular in France.
So popular. Got 2 of those and some ciabatta cheese bread over there sandwich.
I have a cheese bagel. I have a croissant. I have a madeleine.
You're very
you can't
French.
see it, but yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. I really love madeleine. And this is like a fig bread. It's a bit intense. So if you eat it in small bites, it's really nice. You can't finish one at once though, but it's really nice.
And the topic of today is...
Oh my god. If you are a fan of like K-dramas, you must have seen that one on Netflix. It's called The World of the Married. And she hasn't seen it, and I'm just basically going to do like a recap of the thing. If you haven't seen it, I absolutely recommend it because the story is creme de la de papa. Let us know in the comment if you've seen it, if you liked it, and how do you feel about the actress. I'll tell you later why, but I hate her now because of that role. That means she was really good at it. So anyway, let's get into the story. So, the story begins, oh my god, I don't want to be mad, so I'm going to try to be less emotional about it. She's this really like elegant, pretty lady. She's just like working and taking care of her son, blah blah blah, and you have her husband who comes back from a business trip, right? So he's come back to the business trip, and you can tell like they love each other. Like he come into the room and they kiss and then they have sex and everything. So it's like very lovey, like, oh look at us, we're like middle age but we still got it kind of vibe. So they really show like the sexy part of their relationship. So you see this and you're like, okay, well that's a good start. And mind you, I didn't see the trailer, so I'm like not really expecting anything. And then she's taking her clothes and she's like she's like, oh, like put them on the hanger or whatever, and like a lipstick falls off, and he's like, oh yeah, I bought this for you, I didn't have time to pack it. So like, oh my god, that's so sweet, da da da.
That's a lie.
I was like,
Sure.
So she's like, okay, that's fine, that's really nice. And then she looks at his coat. Mind you, she has short black hair. And she turns around and she sees this like shiny red long hair. The guy's secretary has long red hair. So she's looking at the secretary and she's like, oh my god, like what is going on? And then she sees the secretary. So she's suspicious of the secretary. She sees her at his company or whatever. And I don't know what she said, but the secretary kind of let it slip that he actually got off work way earlier than he told her. My question is, do you confront him immediately or do you wait and see? And you try to like catch him in the act?
I'll try to catch.
You try to catch him?
Yeah. You know why? Because I would think I'm delusional. I would think I'm paranoid and I would feel like, nah, my man can't do that, you know?
So you trust him, but you still want to double check.
Of course. But without like being too, like I wouldn't, how to say, I would think about it a lot. I would be like, okay, I will need to check at some point. But I won't be like, I have to do it tonight or I have to do it in 2 days. Like it's even worse actually. It's gonna be in the back of my head for a while before I actually do something about it.
She didn't even wait. She took a car, she followed him. So he got off work, she waited for him to get off.
It was during the time, at the time. Oh yeah, I would follow.
Yeah, she followed him immediately.
Of course.
And she ended up at the hospital. And turns out he was visiting his mom.
See, that's why I would not say nothing.
Yeah.
Because then you feel bad. Like I suspect you for what?
So she's like in the room, she's like, ha ha ha, like what's going on? And he's with his mom who's like dying or whatever.
Why wouldn't you say that?
He was basically saying that, oh, I didn't want to burden you, like that I was coming to see her, etc. Like I've been here pretty much every day, etc., etc. So she's like, she's finally coming down. She goes back to the reception. Receptionist was like, "Oh, we're so happy to see your husband. It's been such a long time." Pom pom pom. This is where I was like, "Oh my god!" Fast forward, they have an anniversary party, and the anniversary party, she's kind of like scanning the guests and stuff, and then she realized her husband's. He has like a potential investor, like a rich old man, and there's his wife and their daughter. And she's the only one who has red hair there. Everything goes really fast. She goes to his car and she decides to just search his car. So she finds nothing in the trunk. There's like a double, like the bottom is a double thing, and he has a whole phone. He has a whole phone, and the freaking screensaver is him and the girl together.
Jesus. Oh, I would die.
Mind you, they're at their anniversary event and there's everybody, so she can't really have a reaction. So at that point, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I would do in that moment. But guess what? She checks the pictures in the phone, and they had just gone on a trip, business trip, with all of their mutual friends.
I don't know. No. See? This is where some heads are falling because...
But how?
What do you mean how? I'm confronting all of you at once. At once.
At the party?
I invite... They're here at the party?
Yeah, they're here.
Scandal.
But you have to understand that there is like, it's Korean society, and there is like all the parents, older people.
There's also parents.
Everybody's
That's what
there.
I'm saying. So now I'm like, smile, fake cat smile until the end of time. And then when I go home, let's meet tomorrow. The people involved.
And what will you do though?
I show the phone. What is this?
And then, yeah, but the problem is like, now that you've shown everybody, they're gonna be like, well, she knows, and what if they don't care? And now you're in the minority.
Anyway, I'm losing my friends and my man. Right now, today, I lost everything. I know. I'm gonna cry later. But today, I need you to tell me what is your style. So I'm not gonna even yell. What is this?
So she doesn't do anything.
What?
Yeah, in that moment, because obviously there's like the family and everything, so she kind of stays calm.
Oh, yeah. During the party?
Yeah, during the party.
What would you do, by the way?
I honestly have no idea. I think, honestly, I would... You know when you lose... you just lose your sense of morals? And like, all my upbringing is out the window, because I think I would actually make a scene. Like
at the party?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. The party, no.
Me? I could never.
No, I would go. I would leave. Maybe I wouldn't stay. I would leave.
So anyway, she kind of leaves it to... She's just pretending that everything is fine.
What was the plan here?
The plan of who?
Of hers. Like, she literally wanted to ignore?
I think because her son was there, she was just like, okay, let me calm down.
Those kids.
So at the end of the party, they have a whole speech, and she's like, okay, well, let me make the girl jealous. I honestly don't know. That's when she started to piss me off, because I'm like, is this your solution? You're like competing with that girl. She was just like, oh yeah, she had like of course the husband had lying outside and had the whole speech prepared, how he loves her forever. So the girl, she like storms out of the party. The young girl, she storms the fuck out.
The nerve.
She's mad. Oh my god. And this is where it comes when I said that I don't like that actress anymore, because she's a really good actress. Han So-hee, cannot stand her face for like a good amount of time after I saw that drama. I was just like, oh my god, she just looks annoying to me.
Before My Name, you watched it?
It was before My Name.
Why
that's when she became famous.
You were like, ugh.
That's when she became famous, because that's when she came out the first time. And literally, I was like, why are you storming out? Why? Are you crazy? Mind you, the lady, she's a doctor. A few days later, the girl goes to find her. She goes to her office to get tested. And she's pregnant.
Wow!
Yes, she's the one announcing, like, you're pregnant. And she's like, yeah, my boyfriend, blah, 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 but, he's a married man. And she's like, well, what are you going to do? And she's like, well, I'm sure he's going to leave his wife. Like, there is, they both know. Oh, my God.
I don't like the fact that the conflict now is between them two.
Literally, that's my thing. Like, now it's like competing.
It's not
about
you.
Liar.
It's not, the girl is not the problem here. The husband and the friends are. Why are we focusing on the girl?
So she had the baby and everything.
What would you do?
Me, personally, I would beat your ass right then and there. Even though that's not who my anger should be. Like, it's not supposed to be at you. It should be at my husband. And we should already be signing divorce papers.
She's messy, the girl, too.
Yeah.
Why are you here telling me
Oh,
this?
yeah, she went on purpose, for sure.
Come on now.
This is where it kind of gets crazy, because they actually went for dinner at the parents' house, and they didn't know. and the lady got drunk and she told everybody. And instead of literally telling their daughter what the fuck is wrong with you, they were just like trying to protect her pride, and basically that's why they were just like, yeah, you gotta get married, etc., etc. Instead of like begging for forgiveness, he leaves her, moves in with the girl, and basically they decide to like make a ceremony, and basically he gets divorced to the wife and they get remarried. Not only they do that, but he basically goes and says, well, I'm gonna take my son and he's gonna live with me. And mind you, in Korea, if you do this, there is no like visitation or anything. You live with one parent and the other one is basically a stranger to you. So he tries to like...
Is that real?
Yeah. Most of the cases, they don't do 50-50.
Random big ass pieces of butter. Maybe it didn't
Just
melt
eat
properly.
a little bit and a lot of bread.
Maybe it's cheese then. It is cheese.
The girl, mind you, she's like a chaebol type. She's like really rich. He moved in this big ass luxury house with the new lady, and then he was like, now we need the son to come with us. What would you do at that point?
As who?
The ex-wife. Because now they're trying to take the son away from her. Oh, he would be better with us because they're richer, etc., etc.
How old is the child?
13, and having a crazy existential crisis as well.
Rationally speaking, he should go. He should go because they have more money.
Hell
No,
no.
let me finish. Rationally, like as an objective thing, the parent that has more money, more easily for bringing him upwards and stuff like this. Okay.
The mom is rich too, by the way.
Ah, she's rich too.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my son. What do you mean?
The nice house and everything.
Of course, I'm giving my son then. There is not even because okay, rationally there was this, but I will be selfish anyway, and I will be like, I'm keeping my son. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You left. It's on you. Go away, and we'll be very fine without you. And I will fight till the end of time. You cheated. Why would you take my son away?
There's-
Is that a thing though? If you cheat, if it's recognized, you cheated, so you destroyed the marriage. Like you are the one who ended the marriage. Is that a ground like enough?
I think
for
that
you
would
to
work
keep
as
the-
a reason, not on its own. They will still try to figure out what's the well-being of the child, etc.
I'm rich still. Like if we're based on
mentally
the base.
and psychologically, because they were trying to paint the ex-wife as a crazy lady who's like stalking them and whatever, when she was really just trying to like pick up her son when he's
My
supposed
dad,
to.
my husband is very indecisive. He doesn't know what to like. He doesn't comply with
Clearly.
engagement and stuff. So you know, he can't be trusted. Clearly, so stay here.
They started
Hell.
taking him home, and then they made him a room, and he started spending the night more and more and more.
The child.
Yeah.
It's very moist.
Ah, I hate that word. This is not bad. It's just regular. Out of all this stuff that is happening, we realize that somebody is stalking the ex-wife.
Stalking.
Taking pictures of her, etc. We find out it's the husband.
What?
Yeah. This is the full circle moment that honestly made it the drama worth to watch for me. It was worth it, and I have never been dissatisfied. Never. We realize he's stalking her. He even sends like somebody to like scare her, like pretend to be a bulgar to scare her in her house for her to leave. And when she doesn't leave, he's like, he continues to scare her. And then one night, when the thing happened, he sent the bulgar to scare her, but he goes to like quote unquote save her or whatever, and then they end up sleeping together that night. So she goes to pick up her son one day, and they try to humiliate her and everything, but she confronts like the young girl, and she's like, do you really think that you're gonna protect your marriage? What do you think happened to me? And what do you think is gonna happen to you when you get to my age? You think he's not gonna go get another young girl and do the exact same? Do you know that he was at my house that day, and you see like the music goes pam pam, and the girl, she doesn't believe her or everything, so she tells her all the details, even his color of like underwear. And so you see the same scene kind of repeating itself. She's in the kitchen waiting late at night. He comes home and she's like, did you sleep with her? And he ends up saying yes, and she's like freaking out or whatever. But because she's like, I don't want to be the girl that's been cheating on, she decides to forgive him anyway. But then she finds out that he's also stalking the wife. So she confronts the wife, and the wife is like, come with me. So they kind of like go to her house, and basically she discovered in the house like a whole box. And she realizes that all the clothes that the young girl is wearing, the perfume that she's wearing, even her underwear is the same that he bought her. So basically he was trying to make the young girl into his ex-wife. And I'm like, then why the fuck would you cheat then? Why? Why?
Because he just wanted
He's a
her
psychopath.
younger?
Yes, psychopath.
Just her younger, that's all.
Even her underwear was the same as the ex-wife.
Jesus
That's when
Christ.
she freaked out, like the younger. She was like, oh my god, what have I done? She ends up kicking him out the house. He comes home one day and basically the house is being emptied. Like all the movers are here. The girl is here with her parents and they're like, you better sign those divorce papers or we're gonna sue you, blah blah blah. Basically he falls from grace. And he's completely alone, homeless, no money, obviously, because the father was like, you're probably only with my daughter because you wanted the investment from me. You didn't even love her.
Say.
Now you have a child, like here, you have a child here. Like,
Oh,
what
poor
the fuck?
child.
Yeah, the little girl is so poor sang because, like, what was the point of you being born?
Sad.
Obviously, he tries to go back to the wife and basically begs her that he made a mistake. What would you do in that case? Would you forgive? He came
In
back.
what universe? How? What? No.
You know what she did? He came to her and he was like, yeah, I have nothing, blah, blah, blah. Can we at least rekindle, blah, blah, blah. She took a bunch of money and she threw them at him. And it was the most satisfying moment. She threw them at him and then she took her heart and zoomed away. It was amazing. Amazing. He ended up being in some motel by himself, just like not knowing what the fuck to do.
The whole thing is reminding me that do not go with a cheater because he's gonna cheat on you. If he can cheat once to get with you, he will cheat again.
You lose him how you get him.
He or
That's
she,
what they say, no?
If you cheat on somebody to get with somebody else, they're gonna cheat on you again to get with someone else again. That's a pattern.
That drama really made me realize a lot of things. I want to say about Korean society, not really, because obviously it's a drama, so it's obviously exaggerated. But remember, I watch all these like reality TV shows about divorce and everything, and there's a bunch on Netflix. There is like Erobubu. I don't know the English name, unfortunately, but it's a good one. And a lot of the times, even when the husband cheats, it's the wife is always the one paying the price. Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
He cheats. She goes to get a divorce. They're like, you need this proof, you need a picture, you need blah, blah, blah. You need to prove that there was an intention. Like, what are you talking about? So, to that drama, I was really satisfied because I was like, yeah, she has her own money. She don't need you.
That's the thing, that's a drama.
Exactly. In real life, that's not how it works. Life,
yeah.
There was actually there was one that's very, very similar. I will tell it in the next story.
Oh,
it's very similar, but it's even more annoying. Oh my god, that shit is so old. I need to remember to talk about this one. So that was the word of the married.
I think we're gonna stop here for this video and we're gonna continue right away with the next story because I'm curious. I want to know what's happening. We're in the mood.
In the next video.
So you'll see the story about the whole thing, the real case this time, in the next video.
Yep.
Bye.